So David, one of the most popular types of investments within defined contribution plans is the so-called target date or life cycle fund. What is a target date fund?
A target date fund, it's based upon the target date of retirement. So if you buy the Fidelity Freedom 2030 fund, the idea is that is a fund that you're supposed to be targeting the retirement date of 2030, and that helps you kind of ease the investment process. As opposed to you building a portfolio yourself, it's kind of a one-stop shop for a portfolio based upon your retirement date.
And the life cycle fund, it's the same concept. Talk to me about the life cycle theory when it comes to asset allocation.
Well, I mean, high level, the idea is that you should invest your portfolio based upon the other assets you have within your total wealth. And so you should be probably more aggressive when you're younger, become more conservative over time. And so that's what target date funds do. If you look at the glide path, which is how the allocation changes over time, a lot of the target date funds have relatively aggressive asset allocations when you're in your 25, say 90% stocks, it goes to about 40% stocks by the time you retire.
So the theory is that when you're young, your human capital is very large. And since it's a bond-like asset, it makes sense with the remainder of your investment portfolio to be investing in riskier types of assets. Mm-hmm. There's other ways of thinking about that, for example, when you're younger, you can accept greater variation in your investment portfolio. And there's also some evidence that you tend to be more risk tolerant when you're younger. So nobody seems to be complaining about the so-called glide path that moves from a high equity allocation to a lower equity allocation near retirement. And in those target date funds, is there a lot of variation in terms of asset allocation, in terms of the slope of the glide path over time?
So another example would be time horizon. If you're 25 years old, you've got a 40-year time horizon, so you can be more aggressive. But in terms of the differences, there's over 50 providers today of target date mutual funds, and the range of allocations is over 40% on average by target date year. So there's really big differences by providers. Now, I say that. But over 80% of the money in target date funds is pretty much in T. Rowe Price, Vanguard, or Fidelity. And so among the largest providers, we don't see that large of differences in terms of the actual glide paths themselves, maybe plus or minus 10%. It's really kind of the newer glide paths that are created that tend to be different or stand out from the pack that have these kind of very different allocations over time.
And if you're